Greetings and welcome aboard the Heavy Metal Truckers, where we give our thoughts and perspectives on all things heavy, even if you don't like it. We are your hosts. In this video, we are giving our review on the latest EP from Carach Angren, The Cult of Kariba. Doppler, take it away.
So, Carach Angren, I want to say I had heard the name before, but I'd never heard anything from them until a couple weeks ago when we did the one song. Or whatever it was we did. So coming into this, completely open mind, because I only had a slight bit of knowledge of what we were going to hear on this EP. So when we first went to listen to it, I couldn't remember the name of the album. I had to ask you guys.
Yeah.
And listen to it, and it was short, to the point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, short, sweet, and to the point, I guess you could say. I forget how many songs it had on it, but it wasn't many.
Five.
And it was interesting the way they did it. Each song flowed into the next one, it felt like. There wasn't really much in the way of breaks. Yep. So it was almost like one song that had 5 parts.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Which I kind of liked that, because it kind of took me back to some of the way Nightwish does some of their songs, where they'll have longer songs and they're broken into parts. It kind of took me back to that a little bit, even though it's a different style of metal, but still, concept is there. You know, but for this, I actually enjoyed this album EP, whatever you want to call it. Like I like the atmosphere of it. Oh, yeah. Had a gothic undertone to it, which I'm all about that. You know, was this the album that one of the songs they did in another language too?
Yes. It was Dutch.
I was about to say, it was either Dutch or German. I couldn't tell which to listen to it, because, you know, he was singing more in Archers.
It was Dutch, and because it was the album title, and you could read some of it, but some of it just seemed a little off, and and so we realized it wasn't German, but it was Dutch.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell through the harshes, but
woman just,
you know, and there were some, yeah, there was even some cleans in here too, I guess you could call them.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but there were some, and it was more harmony than it was really,
yeah,
anything else. But I enjoyed that little bits that they put in there. Like I said, I enjoyed the instrumentals, the music, the atmosphere that it had, the feel, really the whole thing, you know, that it felt like, it felt like one long song broken up. So it made for a very cohesive feel through the whole thing. Excuse me. Yeah, no, I mean, overall, I don't really have anything negative to say. I enjoyed listening to it. I could see myself listening to it again. You know, if I was going to give it a score, I'd honestly probably give it about an 8, to be honest with you. I thought it was fairly solid. I enjoyed it. Like, I actually enjoyed it more than I did the Sabaton album.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and go since I'm done with this shit.
Yep.
So my introduction to Carach Angren was actually quite a while back. Because I had gotten into, I'd gotten into viola, which quickly that turned into violin as well. Which I'd always been into symphonic aspects, and more, well, not necessarily symphonic, but orchestral, because there is a little bit of difference between orchestral and symphonic. But I began looking to see if there was more so any kind of orchestral black metal, not necessarily symphonic black metal, but more along the lines of orchestral or someone that had done something with black metal and violin, because I thought that'd be really fascinating having something that was more focused within a particular instrument. And what I had discovered was Carach Angren had done a playthrough of something or some kind of something with a violin, because they actually do play orchestral instruments within their material, or at least some of their older material. So I was very fascinated by it, and I decided to go ahead and dig into the wormhole of this group, and loved what I had heard. I think one of the first ones I actually heard was hold on, let me look it up, because it's gonna bother me now because I can't remember. It was Charles Francis Coughlin was what I had listened to, and I thought was brilliant, because what I quickly learned about Carach Angren is they are storytellers. They are not just like, we grab some history and we put some lyrics together. It's they tell a story with what they do, and that's one thing that I absolutely love about them, and they do well at. There's not many groups that do that anymore. So I've vastly enjoyed them, and whenever I realized that they had come out with some new material, we had jumped on it and realized they were coming out with a new EP, and I was so excited. So I finally got to listen to the EP after the singles were put out, and as Doppler said, everything coincided with the next track available. Like, it was wonderfully done. Of course, this begins off with a spoken word of a malevolent force stirs. Drawblood was very well done. Very well done. I don't entirely remember exactly aspects of it that vastly interested me, but it was so damn good. The Resurrection of Kariba was probably my favorite track on the album, because it was haunting, symphonic, and it had the black metal aspect, but they did very good at telling the story. And it was a fun piece. You go into Ikamot Hetegraf, I'm assuming I'm saying that correctly. That was a fascinating piece, because they went full on just industrial with this piece. Although it was kind of more like disturbing industrial, which I found very interesting. And they sang all of it, majority in Dutch. And it was just, it really set the pace for what this story was. And then Venomous 1666 was a final track, and that was just amazing as an ender. Like, this album's only not even 21 minutes, but it didn't even feel that way. Like, it felt longer, but in the best way possible. And I just loved every minute of this album, or this EP, and I'm hoping that they can put out an album before too terribly much longer, because they are so damn good at what they do. But I almost prefer them to do EPs rather than a full length, because I'd rather them not just put out fillers or have fillers in anything, because they are so damn good at what they do.
Right.
But that being said, I easily give this album this EP an 8.5, because, like, yes, I think part of it is just that I wanted more. So that's the reason I didn't give it a higher score, because it was just like I wanted more from it. But for what this was, it was easily just an 8.5 at least, and I would easily put this on as like a trip to the store, or having a little journey that's going to take me like half an hour. I would absolutely put this on continuously. And yes, I do want to get this EP, because it's that damn good. Actually, no, whenever I was listening to it, I think I actually gave it a 9. My bad. I've had to listen to so much stuff and try and give ratings. I'm losing track on stuff. So yeah, my apologies. It was a 9 that I gave this, because Oh, so fucking well done. But yeah. Eventually I will get this EP at some point. I might actually have to check the price here soon. We'll wait till Frosty gets on door and then we'll let him continue his portion.
Frostomizer.
Now let us watch as he works.
Is this a live load?
I think it's actually a drop. I think it might actually be a drop if I'm not mistaken.
Can he not hear us now?
I think he has us on mute.
Oh.
He must be in a Faraday cage of a facility.
Probably, because you guys paused
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
there you are.
for me.
Is this a drop or a live load?
It's a drop.
Okay, yeah. that's what I was
Fortunately.
thinking.
Whenever you've dropped or whatever, you can give your opinions.
Sweet. Well, my current opinion is that I gotta figure out what I'm gonna be talking about. Okay, so this is my introduction to them. This album, as per most everything that we listen to on this channel.
Sir, you should get out and look.
I should get out and look.
Come on, goal.
He's giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I am.
I'm fully aware, but I'm not a newbie that, who's only been working for a month.
Even an experienced driver should get out and look to be certain.
He's just picking.
Well,
That's what a trainer would tell you.
Technically, I
I'm
am a
fully
trainer.
aware. A trainer would tell me that. Well, technically you are. But anyway, so currently my introduction to this group is this album, and yeah, that's my introduction. My album review, EP review, I guess,
You done yet?
is, I mean, it was intriguing. I knew it was going to be short, and I kind of was intrigued by how different they were than what I've usually heard.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not terrible at all. Definitely different than what I'm used to, I will say.
Doing his opinion.
They're definitely different than what I'm used to, but they're not terrible. It's not necessarily something that I would actively go and search up either. So,
Well, I mean, they are a little outside your wheelhouse.
yeah, they are. But with it being an EP and everything, I mean, it's a good. I think it's a good way for me to kind of get introduced to a group is by an EP. Just because you get a shorter amount of time, kind of like a taste of what the group is like and everything. So I mean, it's not. I mean, they're not terrible. Not necessarily my entire style. I mean, there was moments where I kind of felt like I had this remembrance back to Nightwish's some of Nightwish's stuff. But
Mhm.
I mean, it was still pretty interesting, I will say.
Gotcha.
Well, what's your score?
My score on this EP, I'd probably give it about a 6. I think a solid 6. I think, and that's just because it's not something for me, but
Yeah.
I definitely think there's potential there. So I mean, maybe if I hear something else from them, something different from them, that maybe might grasp my attention, my attention a little bit better.
Hey, Doppler, could you put something on a list for us?
What?
It's gonna be Carach Angren.
I knew that was coming. Jesus.
Okay.
Why?
Let me know when you're ready for the track.
I'm ready.
Charles, Francis, Coughlin, and I can spell out what you need.
Okay, she said, say it again.
Charles,
Charles. That's what I couldn't remember. Oh,
and then
Francis.
Foxtrot, Romeo, Alpha, November, Charlie, Indigo, Sierra.
Oh, you went way too fast. Foxtrot, Romeo, Alpha, what?
November, Charlie, Indigo, Sierra.
Oh, I already had that. I already had
Okay.
Francis.
And then the last name, I'm just gonna alpha it. Charlie, Oscar, Golf, Hotel, Lima, Alpha, November.
November?
Yep,
Yeah, okay.
that's it.
Alright. Alright. On to the next. Oh, you gotta do the closing statement.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, guys, thank you for watching this and seeing our perspective on this. We are really glad that you could be here. If there's any opposition, please fight us in the comments. Until next time, whether musically, lyrically, or literally, keep rolling heavy.